Good morning, everyone. Today it's Saturday and we're doing another styling live. Today we're gonna be talking about trends. Last week we discussed a few styling looks and I showed you Zara haul. And I placed a vote afterwards, so most of you said you want to see spring summer trends, and this is what we'll be doing today.
Great. So let's get started, no?
Yes, so I'm actually wearing one of the outfits I showed you last week from the Zara haul, and it's the outfit we wanted to kind of, when I was talking about trends. So it's the Bottega green skirt, kind of matching t-shirt. If you missed the last week's live, you can go and watch the recording now on YouTube.
It's gorgeous, and I love the choice of lipstick as well with the green. I think it goes really well.
Thank you, Aisha. I always see, when I style outfits, I always think about the complete look. So makeup and hair, it's really important part of your style. And it's always should be in line with the clothes and the shoes and all the little finishing touches, because in this way you get the complete look. And yeah, when you have like a bold piece, like the skirt I'm wearing today in Bottega green, I try to keep less colors with my makeup, let's say.
Okay. And if you wanted to dress down this look, how would you do that?
If I want to dress down, what I would do is first I would change the shoes. So at the moment I'm wearing strappy sandals with kind of a mid-heel, which dresses it up a little bit. But if I want to dress it down and make it daily, probably I will do white trainers. And if I want to dress it down even further, I'll do a little hoodie. But yeah, I showed you the hoodie for the other look. Maybe we can create an outfit building session this week, and I can do a little video. Because I think it's key, whatever you decide to buy in terms of trends or looks, to think of multiple ways how you can style it, or have at least 4 or 5 outfit options with each piece. And in this way, you will make sure that it works hard, like in your wardrobe.
Okay. So how would you recommend someone who's never tried a trend before? How could they start?
How you can start? You always start by understanding what's your style personality. Actually, I might sit here, it's a bit more comfortable.
Okay.
So you would always start by thinking, okay, what is my style personality? And I work a lot with style personalities, because by no means we need to cover all trends. I don't think we should. You should be selective, and you should be able to pick the ones which work with your wardrobe, which work with your personality, with your shape and lifestyle. And the way to do it is, start by asking yourself, okay, what works with my current wardrobe? What feels like me? Are you a romantic type of style personality? Are you contemporary, classic? Are you eclectic? And then pick and select the trends in line with that.
Okay, cool. And with one specific trend, I think it was a trend last year, the granddad sandals. I'm thinking of getting a pair, and I just wanted to ask you, do you think it's worth buying some now, or do you think they're not going to last? And
I think they will last for a few more years. They had a moment when they were really popular, and they are still. The thing with granddad sandals is probably, if you ask most of men, they will say they hate these shoes because they're not necessarily the most feminine ones. So maybe if any men are watching us, you can leave us a comment. Guys, what do you think about the granddad shoes? I know that most of you would say probably a no, but the reality is they're so much more comfortable than heels. And I think that's why a lot of girls are wearing them. And also, to me, granddad sandals add that cool touch to the outfit. So if you want to balance a feminine dress and make it more cool and wearable during the day, I would recommend them. And yeah, for comfort, for every day, they're a pair which will add a fashionable finish to your look. So I think, yes, if you get them, you'll be able to get use of them in the next few years.
Okay.
But saying that, I don't think they're timeless. They're not something you'll be able to wear like in 10 years time. Maybe the trend will come back, but normally when we have a big trend which goes like all the way up, it becomes very popular, and then it kind of fades. But I'll give them a few more years before that happens.
Okay, so
Yes.
could be worth buying them.
Yeah, I think so, especially if you're seeking like city comfort during the day.
And so because you said they can look a bit not as feminine, what
Yes.
would you recommend as a more feminine alternative?
For shoes and sandals.
Yeah, but that are comfortable.
Okay, that's the key. You know, everything you should wear should be comfortable, really. So this is a must.
Yeah.
I know sometimes with heels it's, you know, it takes time to find a comfortable pair, but I would recommend strap sandals, which are with mid heel, kitten heel, or block heel. These type of heels are really comfortable throughout the day. As a person who works in heels, I can confirm I have pairs. For example, something like today, I can run around in town and feel comfy, but you can also get strap sandals which are flat. So this is a good option for every day as well. Also, sandals which have like a bigger platform, wedges, like platform wedges could look really feminine and maybe more classic. So if you have romantic or bohemian style personality, I would definitely recommend looking into summer wedges or espadrilles as you know, a staple pair of shoes.
Okay, thank you. So in terms of trends that maybe you don't like as much, are there any this year?
Okay, good question. For my personal style, there are plenty I want to, but as a stylist, I always try to be open-minded. One of my work mottos is why not? So every time I see something new, every time I see a new look or a new trend, I challenge myself and I say, why not? It could work on certain, you know, type of frames or personalities. There is a look for everyone. So generally I don't exclude looks, even if it's not something I would personally wear, because as a stylist I need to be able to adapt to the different styles my clients aim for. And I style people who are very different. So I wouldn't like exclude anything. If there are trends I dislike or I would never do, yes, they are. I'm gonna share with you which they are. But saying that, you know, if it works for you, I would never judge if you do it, and I can see them working on other people. So probably though, I would say there are a few shoe trends I would never understand. If you want to find out which shoe trends I think you should never wear, you can go on my YouTube channel. And I had a guest appearance in one YouTube show discussing the a few like of the worst trends for the last decade. So if you want to find out them, you can jump on them. One of them was Uggs. I'll give you a link.
Those definitely comfortable but not appealing visually, no?
You know, for comfort, I can recommend you better shoes.
Yeah.
So this is something I would never ever style anyone, and never anyone ask me really, just because you have better alternatives out there.
Yeah, you could wear them as slippers in the home in the winter.
Yeah, as long as, or you know, they're comforting. So if you need to take to the grocery shopping or take your dog to the park, even though dog in the park and Uggs fabrics don't go very well, but if you want to do that for comfort, fine, or play around with your kids. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend to wear them for fashion.
Ones that I don't like are Crocs. I never understood those.
You know, they're part of my list. So if you guys want to find out the full list of shoes and trends, the worst, I think, shoe and clothes trends from the last decade, you can jump on YouTube. But Crocs, I don't understand that trend either. I recently read an article, I think it was Victoria Beckham who commented that she would rather die rather than wearing Crocs. And, you know, I could relate. I wouldn't wear them too.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. So what are the trends then to follow this year?
Good. Yeah, let's start. But maybe first of all, it will be worth mentioning like why we need to follow fashion trends.
Oh yes.
Do we need to follow them at all? And my answer as a stylist will always be like the same. It will be no, you don't have to follow them if this is not you. But if you like engaging with fashion, if you like to stay up to date, if you enjoy newness and trying new things, I think it's good to have an overview of the trends, and I think it's also interesting to engage with trends to a certain extent. So when I consult with my friends and with my clients and friends, and we talk about style personalities, I always kind of speak about, okay, how much do you want to engage with trends in terms of percentage? Do you want trends to be 10% of your wardrobe, 5% of your wardrobe, 20, 25, 50? Like how, how much do you want to engage? And as a stylist, I enjoy timeless classic pieces. So probably 80% of my wardrobe is classic pieces. And actually, when I wanted to show you today, guys, trends, I was telling Isha, oh Isha, I don't have many on-trend pieces this season because most of the things I have are classic. But saying that, of course, I enjoy fashion and I engage with some trends. So I would say in my personal wardrobe, it's about 15% the on-trend pieces. But then again, to me, there are two types of trends. Trends which are timeless, which means that they carry that timeless feel and they will always look good. And for example, trends like this are animal prints, something what you're wearing today, military style. These are looks which will come back again and again and will always look good. And there are seasonal trends which become really popular and then they fade. I'll give you an example with headbands. They were really popular a couple of years ago and now almost no one wears them. But the thing is, you can start with a trend, try it, and if it really works for your shape or your lifestyle or your wardrobe, this trend could become timeless to you. So even though headbands are maybe not in their peak on trend period, if it fits your style personality, maybe if you're that type of girly feminine woman who enjoys headbands, they could be timeless for you. So as long as you have that agreement with yourself and you understand your style personality, you can wear trends for as much as you want. But yeah, it's really important how they resonate with you. And also trends make us part of a fashion community. They make us, feel kind of, how to say, when I see someone who's dressed really well and I see interesting trend, I'm always thinking, okay, we speak the same language with that person and I'll be interested to speak with them. And I have created, new friendships in this way, just by being interested in someone's look. So yeah, I think it's fun. It's the fun of fashion to try something new and to engage to a certain extent with trends.
And if there's a certain trend going on, is there a way of wearing it without looking like everyone else? Is it a type of trend that everyone's kind of following at the moment?
Okay, so this is exactly the type of trends I would avoid. If something becomes too commercial, to me it's a major turn off if you see everyone in that look.
Yeah.
So I always try to, when I consult my clients, to kind of think, okay, what are the trends which are kind of will uniquely suit you? Maybe a certain color which doesn't work on everyone's complexion, or a certain look which doesn't work for everyone, but it represents your personality in a very nice way. So I always try to pick less commercial trends, but the way to kind of make commercial trends is basically not to kind of see the look in the store, buy it and wear it the exact same way. Try to mix and match it, try to add, maybe do something unexpected with the colors or the accessories to add a little bit of personality to the trend.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I did that once a few years ago. I bought Adidas white trainers. I was seeing them everywhere and I loved that. And then as soon as I bought them, I was like, oh no, I'm seeing it too, in like literally everyone's outfits, and it just put me off.
Yeah, that's very personal. Maybe some people won't, be affected by that, but personally, I will.
Yeah.
So I always try to pick less commercial trends or looks which I know not everyone will do.
Maybe ones that aren't as obvious, right? That lets you dig a bit deeper.
Or maybe adapt them in your own way. Okay. Should we hit on with the 7 key trends for spring summer?
Yes, please.
Okay, maybe you can come up close. I was thinking, should I show? Because I'm gonna comment on Vogue magazine and I'm gonna be talking guys about the trends. just there is the cable, but I think it's gonna be long enough.
Okay.
Okay, let me help you. I'm gonna help here because we are doing a bit of a technical challenge today with the live. So I think that will be a fine angle, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great, great, great. Okay, so I decided to comment some of the trends in Vogue because quite often I get asked, okay, how do you know the trends, or how do you find out what's on Vogue? And there are so many ways to do it. You can watch the Fashion Week because most of the trends emerge from Fashion Week. So if you want to stay upfront with fashion, that's a good way. You can get inspired by the streets, like what people wear on the street, sometimes by celebrities, and of course magazines are, you know, one of the many ways to stay up to date with trends. And today I'm gonna start with the latest Vogue. I think the cover is fantastic. It's Malala, who is a really, really inspiring lady.
Yeah.
And
she looks beautiful in that red.
She does, and you know, I have met her a few times, and I really admire her for what she does. Wow. She's great. But the point here is that for the cover, they picked a really on-trend color that's sort of like crimson red. So this is something on-trend. I actually have a little bag which is in the same color. So something on Vogue, but saying that to me, a little red bag is timeless. I would always, always wear it. That's never gonna go out of style. So even though it comes as a trend, I have an agreement that for my wardrobe, this is timeless. And I would wear it a lot. But they kind of use the same color for the cover. And what's interesting here is I think they picked very well the colors for her complexion. This is what you should guys be thinking as well when you choose colors. The color is very strong, very bold, but first I see her face. And that's always a sign that the color is good for you. You wear the color rather than the color wears you. So if you don't know what's your complexion or what colors work on you, I do one-to-one consultations where we can do your complexion and body shape analysis. I think it's something very smart to do if you haven't done it, because it will transform the way you shop forever. If you know your colors but you want to get new fresh ideas, some new colors to suit you, a good tip will be to find a celebrity who has similar complexion to yours and kind of pay attention on what they wear, because quite often celebrities have their own stylists, so in this way it will save you a lot of research. Yeah, but if you have dark complexion like her, I definitely recommend that color. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, stunning.
Great, and let's hit on with the trends. Okay, we start with the first trend, which is rethink the pink. Okay, so Vogue are saying rethink the pink. Pink is in. To me, pink has never really been out of fashion. You know, this is the perfect example for a timeless trend. Something which will always look good and has been in for a while, and you know, you'd wear for years in your wardrobe. So from bold neons to pretty pastels, pink is firmly back in fashion. Yeah. So they're showing us some candy shades, some more like bold magenta tones, and some pastel tones. So depending on your complexion, you should pick your best shade of pink if you want to cover that trend. I would say the trend is good if you're someone who enjoys timeless classic pieces. If you want to look feminine or girly, it's a good trend to cover because pink will always give you that sort of vibe. But I often talk how we should consider our natural energy when we get dressed, and sometimes we need something to balance our natural energy. So for example, if you're a very girly type of personality, if you have very girly features, and if you dress head to toe pink, there is a risk you might look, you know, as a little girl or like a Barbie look. And if this is not what you're aiming for, you should be careful and really balance it. But for example, if you have a totally opposite kind of energy, for example, you're someone very traditional classic or someone very sensual and sexy as a woman, then pink will soften down your natural energy and will add that girly aspect to your look. And you know, it's the contrasting style which could work well. So this is our trend one, pink.
Love it. Yeah.
Let me know if ladies you would wear it, and also men, you know. It looks good on men too, we discussed it the other day.
Yes.
But yeah, I have a lot of pieces in pink in my wardrobe. And you know, I'll show you later how I cover them, or maybe I should show now.
Yeah.
So I have this blazer, I have it for so long time. I haven't bought it this, you know, season, but this, to me, this is how you do trends. So I look at my board, I look at, you know, the magazines, I pick that trend because it works with my personality. I'm classic and I like that feminine aspect. Then I first, before I shop, I look into my wardrobe and think, okay, do I have something already in my wardrobe which, you know, I could basically address that trend with. So I found this blazer, which I have for a few years, and I think I will do the trend. I might explore new ways how to wear this trend. For example, at the moment, the combination of red and pink is really in. So I might do that, you know, to give the blazer a fresh look and do something different from what I have done before. Yeah, and do it in this way. And then I also have in pink a little corset from Rotate, so it's with checks. Again, checks are timeless print, so it will never go out of style. You know, and it's picked for my shape, for my personality, but something old I would use to cover the new trend before I even shop. So, yeah.
Mix and matching, right?
Mix and match. Always try. When you think about trends, look first in your wardrobe. Do I have something to cover that trend before you go shopping? Okay, trend number 2 is puff pieces. So this trend, you can see what Vogue showed us today. So it's all about the volume in the sleeves. Imagine dresses or blouses with puff sleeves, poet sleeves, and volume. I think this is a great trend. It has timeless feel to it. If this trend suits you as a personality and as a body shape, it could become timeless to you. You can buy a blouse and wear it forever, even, you know, when it's not on the high peak of fashion, because it has timelessness. And again, the trend is good for someone who has more feminine or girly style personality, who wants, or if you want to soften down your corporate tailoring, it might be the case of adding a feminine blouse with a statement puff sleeve to do that trend. And actually I decided to cover this trend this season. It's not new, by the way, it's been around for a few seasons, but I got a new piece which kind of covers the trend. So when we talk about volume, is this enough volume for you?
Oh yes.
Yeah, so it's a brand they recently discovered. You can show the label. I think it's called, how would you pronounce that?
B2?
B2, yeah. So, you know, it's see-through, it's beautiful the way it fits. I would normally style it with something high waist, and it's quite a statement top. So if you have seen my previous videos, I often talk about different categories of clothes, because in a capsule wardrobe, you need to have fill in the gaps of the different categories. So this is what I would consider as a statement piece, because it has lots of personality. And how I would style it, I would probably aim to dress it down, so I feel effortless in it rather than too dressed. But yeah, puff pieces is something I'll be covering, and I think it's something worth looking at, our second trend. Okay, here I'm going to talk about a trend which probably I won't cover, and it's the pleated skirt. And I'm not saying it's not good, it's actually very timeless and a good trend, but personally for my wardrobe, I wouldn't be doing that. Why? Because with my body shape, and I'm an hourglass, I have a small waist and hips, and pleats always add volume at the hips. And at the moment, I don't feel like I want to be adding that extra volume on my hips, so probably I won't be covering this trend. But saying that, you have an amazing pleated skirt, right?
Yes, I do.
Which you wore, so
yeah.
you will probably cover it.
Yeah, I actually love it because it's also very light, and you know, I'm not a fan of the rigid skirts. You know, this one is quite flexible and flowy, so I feel more relaxed. I feel like I can breathe when I'm wearing it.
But I think the fit of your pleated skirt is really good because, you know, even though it's pleated, the cut is very smart. So the pleats start from the lower part. They don't add that volume.
Yes.
It's not like stiff, you know, set of pleats from the top. It's very figure hugging, and it's also asymmetrical skirt. So I think it's a good. I wish I got it when it was in store because it's an old Zara, but it's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pleats. Okay. I'm surprised about that trend. So it's about real or false leather, and this is their July magazine. So this is something probably I won't be covering with clients or for myself. I don't know many people who do leather in summer in July, even in London. So yeah, to me it's not very practical, that trend. As a look, it could look nice, but probably something I won't be looking at. Okay, I'm skipping this one. So for the grid, this is coming back, like checks are coming back, but you know, this is not on my list. I don't know, it just, to me it's not interesting. It doesn't suit like that many people. If you know, if it's your style personality and you like that vintage vibe, maybe yes, but doesn't excite me for styling. And yeah, what else do we have? Let's see, how many did we cover so far?
We covered the pinks, the puff sleeves, so I think 2, right?
Two good ones. Okay, next one is Botanical Shades they have put, and I think this is a fantastic trend because basically it's the idea of getting inspiration from botanical prints. So you have this mid-tone green and blush pink combined together with reds, and the best way to kind of do here, I think what you can do with this trend is do maybe a more interesting color combination, or do some sort of a vintage floral print, like they have showed us a shirt from Celine. And I actually got a vintage floral print recently, so I'm definitely gonna cover this trend. And this is something which I can take you, because I collect Vogues, something from 2012, and probably they'll have something similar. So it's a look which comes in and out. Yeah, and it's all about these pastel shades, florals, maybe a little bit vintage, romantic vibe to it. It's a good trend to try, and you can try it by incorporating a print, a floral print, or just getting inspired by the botanical colors and doing a mix and match. And what they did is they styled it with brown accessories, which I think it looks great with the shades you find in a garden.
Yeah, you were saying the other day that the color sage is really in at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah,
so that would be part of it, right?
Yeah, I would classify it within that category. And you know, sage is a good color also for men. If you want to refresh your wardrobe with something new, I would recommend looking into sage if it suits your complexion. Right, next. I have a few Vogues because in fashion, you always think a season up front. So when it comes to summer trends, I think Vogue has started talking about trends probably since April or May. And now, probably soon, they'll start talking about autumn trends. But still coming back on spring-summer trends. And we're doing key trend number 3 right now. So the one I picked was the asymmetrical necklines. So this again is nothing like something super new. It has been in and out, but this season they show it's a trend, and I think it's a fantastic trend. Why? Because it suits many body shapes. If you, for example, if you're a pear body shape, your styling goal often is to add volume at the upper part and accentuate your waist. So asymmetrical necklines look very nice on pear shapes. Also, let's say if you're rectangle or apple body shape, you could do with this type of dress. So something floaty, the second one in brown, something floaty with asymmetrical detail which doesn't accentuate the lack of curves. So,
and the pleatedness of the dress adds movement, right?
yes,
And the illusion of curves, right?
yeah, it adds that illusion of curves, but it doesn't show too much in your mid part, which is normally areas some ladies don't want to show. So it's a good, yeah, asymmetrical necklines. It's something interesting to look at for spring summer. Oh, and I thought this is an interesting style tip they did here. So opposites attract. Basically styling a pretty blouse with a masculine boxy blazer. This is a cool look. And I always talk about contrasting styles and fabrics when I do styling, because when you mix and match two things which are not normally put together, or two fabrics which are contrasting, this elevates your outfit by itself. So it's an interesting look if you want to soften down your tailoring. I would recommend looking into that. Maybe having a chiffon blouse or a pussy bow blouse styled with a boxy blazer to kind of balance masculine and feminine.
Is a boxy blazer like more less fitted? It's more like straight cut? Or...
Yes,
okay.
yeah. Do you want me to show you the difference?
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
let me show you. I have both, so I will show you in a second.
Okay.
Just gonna grab it.
Okay, so as you can see, some nice jewelry over here and lots of Vogue magazines. Deni loves to collect her magazines. Whole shelf of them. While we wait for her.
Okay.
Oh, and she's back.
Okay, so this is how a boxy blazer fits, and this is one of my most worn blazers. Like,
wow. That's cool.
Yeah, it's very relaxed tailoring. It's almost the idea of borrowing your boyfriend's or partner's blazer, that sort of fit. But what I like about the boxy style in terms of blazers is that they're a little bit longer, so they can cover your bottom if you wear like a mini skirt or shorts, if you're a little bit more comfortable. And this blazer I have worn so many different ways. So you can belt it in, and it's gonna give you like a dress effect. Sometimes I crop the sleeves, and you know, can play around with the styling. Even with this outfit it goes.
Yeah.
So this is a boxy fit for a blazer, and now I'm gonna show you more of a classic fit, which is the pink blazer. But I wouldn't classify, you know, this white blazer as a trend. To me, it's a classic. A white blazer is something you need in your wardrobe, kind of. Not necessarily with that outfit, but this is the difference in terms of fit, in comparison of boxy blazer to a more classic fit. Basically, this one is more like fitted at the waist, and I think it looks a little bit more classic and feminine.
Yeah.
But, you know, it depends what sort of look and vibe you want to go for with your look. But boxy tailoring is really in at the moment. So if you, maybe if you already have quite a few classic cuts, which are fitted at the waist, and you want to try something new, you can give a go to the boxy blazers.
Yeah, I think it's a good option when you don't want to look too smart as well. Sometimes I find blazers are a bit too smart, and so I think I'd definitely look into a boxy blazer just to have that more relaxed look.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't want to get the officey vibe with blazers.
Yeah.
So it's important to get contemporary tailoring, which feels a bit more modern. Something you can wear with jeans and trainers, you know, and dress up your look whenever you want to.
Definitely. Cool, thank you for explaining that.
A little bit off topic, but we always have that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we continue with the trends. So we spoke about asymmetrical necklines, which is a good trend. And okay, so they even showed here in Vogue a boxy blazer with a blouse, you know, as you look, so you can see how it fits. Next, so we're down to trend number 4. 4? 5?
Oh no, I think 5.
5?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
We did the pink asymmetrical neckline, the botanical colors.
Yes.
We did, what was the second one? Oh, the puff sleeves.
Yes.
So this one would be number 5.
Okay, trend number 5 is monochromatic shades and black and white together. I know you might think, okay, this is nothing new, but again, it's a little bit unexpected because normally magazines recommend that look in autumn, winter, while now we are in spring, summer. And how you can do it is you can pick more summery fabric like a linen blend or viscose and do that black and white look, which feels very Chanel to me every time I see black and white. But you know, it's timeless, it's classic, so if you like that style personality, you can, you know, probably cover this trend even with the pieces you have at home. Maybe you wouldn't need to shop for anything new to get that look, but it's just the idea, okay, how I can mix and match my black and white pieces in a new way so I get a fresh look out of the clothes I already own. So this is trend number 4.
5.
5, yes, good. 5. Let me have a look. What else do we? Oh, okay. So there is accessory look which is really in recently, and it's the baseball caps. So the Vogue show it as part of their 12 summer style updates. So it's the baseball caps. I'm not including this one into my list of key trends, but I want to talk a little bit about it because the other day I was wearing a cap and a friend of mine said, oh, isn't this like a baseball cap? Is this in Vogue? He was a bit surprised. You know, this is the type of comment you'll get from your male friends who are not interested in fashion. But yeah, it's on trend look. I find it extremely practical when you have a bad hair day to kind of have a quick fix, or when you want to dress down certain pieces. I style the cap with a dress to make it more casual. So I think it's a cool look, and a good tip when you want to cover trends is to cover them with accessories, because accessories are normally less expensive, you can do more styling with them. So if you're not sure about the trend, or if you don't want to invest in a trend but you still want to feel fashionable, maybe get a non-trend accessory. And actually, when we talk about on-trend accessories, I think trend number 6 was something I looked in the first magazine, and it's the concept of having like jewelry, kind of souvenir like jewelry inspired by the beach. I want to find where this book was. And again, this is something ongoing, nothing new, but I think it's a fantastic accessory trend if you like bohemian style. Maybe it's here, or you know, if you want to refresh the look of your last season dress, it's a good trend to look at. Oh, here it is, seaside strip. So they showed a lot of kind of summer bohemian chic accessories and pieces. So it's all about this handmade crafty, you know, jewelry you might get when you're on a holiday in Ibiza or Spain, like the seashells kind of look. And I will show you a few accessories to cover that trend. So for example, what you can do is kind of have like a bracelet, or last week we talked about jewelry from Zara, like have something towards this style, and this is a very inexpensive way to cover this trend. And this, for example, I got a couple of years ago from Tarifa in Spain. It's a really cool boutique. I love shopping there for bohemian style items, you know, and it's coming back, so I might style it with a white dress and cover the trend in this way.
And also, if you can't go away this summer because of
Yes.
the COVID rules,
Yes.
doesn't mean you can't bring out your seaside outfits, right? And your holiday jewelry. So
of course, it's a very good point. Like, so if you want to feel more summery and if you're in a holiday vibe, just mix and match some of these souvenir jewelry you normally buy when you're on holiday, maybe with a linen shirt or shorts to give that summer vibe to your outfit. And you can, you know, also have belts. So I think I got this belt from the same boutique. It's more of a bohemian style belt, even with little white dresses to transform the look. It could work well. So this is, yes.
Oh, sorry. So I was just going to ask, you wouldn't consider your personal style to be bohemian, but you still have some bohemian pieces.
Yes.
So is that okay that even if you identify to a certain style personality, you can still have elements from other style personalities?
Absolutely. Like when I consult people, this is the starting point to identify your style personality. And with some people, this is very straightforward. Like maybe a lady or a gentleman, not that they are classic. Within classic, there are different types, but the most popular ones are classic traditional and modern or contemporary classic. So this is very straightforward. And if you feel like this is my style, you can go in that route. Or let's say with minimalism, there are certain clients I have who like minimalism and this is their style, which is great. But if you like to look different every day, like me and you do, then, you know, I would say it's more of an eclectic style personality when one day you might be classic, another day you might be more bohemian, another day you might be minimalist. So normally people who like fashion or like changes or like creativity would do this sort of vibe. And I would say my personal style has elements of classic pieces, but also I would do some bohemian pieces in the summer, even though I wouldn't say my style is boho. It's gonna be just that specific look. And same with minimalism. I wouldn't say my personal style is minimalist, but on certain days I would do a minimalist look.
Yeah. Okay.
But you know, that's the fun of fashion. If you enjoy looking different every day, it's possible.
Yeah.
Okay, are we going to trend number 7? The last trend of our list today. Let me find it because I have so many. I wanted to comment a few trends which I want to do as well. I'm gonna cover this one in a second. Oh, so I saved this one for the last. So it's not about necessarily the trend, but it's the combination they're showing as a trend. I find very, very interesting, purely because I think many people will be able to recreate it with what they have at home. So as a look, they showed vivid details. So it's kind of the return of a little black dress, but the look is styling the little black dress with jewelry in color. I think this is a fun and unexpected styling, which is on trend, on Vogue, but at the same time it's timeless. And the best thing about it is that you can reuse your last season white dress and give it a fresh new look by styling it with different jewelry, basically. So yeah, it's about unexpected color take on little white dress from great to extraordinary. So they're showing different styles of little white dresses styled with colorful jewelry. And I think this is a fun look for the summer if you haven't done it. For example, I can't remember doing this sort of style combo recently. So what I did is I kind of looked into my accessory archives and I found a few colorful pieces of jewelry. Like I got this one from H&M years ago. I think Anna Della Rosa had a collaboration. And you know, I have this colorful bracelet. So what I will do is I will mix them with a little white dress which I showed you last week, and you know, in this way I'll give the dress a new fresh look which is on trend, but also I don't shop anything new. Basically I shop my own wardrobe, but just it's the case of exploring new combinations for that look. Oh, and did I miss something here? I have 2 more pieces to show you, but I want to link it actually with the trend. So one more trend. Okay, this is off my list because we passed the 7, didn't we?
Yeah. Although I think you told me earlier there was the candy colors, right?
Yeah, you know, I don't know how I missed them. Maybe we should have called the video 8 trends because that's a good trend to cover. So you know, this is the candy color palettes, and we have seen them a lot in stores. So it's all the pastels, but also all the vivid like crimson reds and so on. And here the look is about styling them with link necklaces and more industrial inspired jewelry. So I think again that's unexpected because candy tones is nothing new, but styling them with link necklaces and industrial inspired jewelry is something fresh as an approach. So I'm gonna cover this look probably. And how I will do it is I got a suit in pastel shades. So this will be my own way to cover that trend. And I'll either style it with a link necklace, link earrings, or maybe I will do two tones together, you know? Red and yellow. Quite unexpected, but fun, right?
Yeah.
So it's just a case of looking into your old pieces and thinking, okay, what's new I can do with my old styles? And also the link detail, probably by now you have seen that there are a lot of like link necklaces and jewelry out there. So you can also get them as part of clothes. So this is dress I recently got, and it's very simple at the front, but the back detail is beautiful and it has that link detail, which is really on Vogue. But saying that, for me, you know, this could be a piece I would wear for a long time, and if in future I get bored by the link detail, we can always kind of redesign the piece to give it a new lease of life. So, for example, remove it. So another example of a piece which is on trend, yet classic.
I love that neckline. Well, the back. It's
I
so
know,
pretty.
I need to wear it recently, I still haven't worn it.
Oh.
But, and again, the color is classic, right? So
Exactly.
navy or kind of midnight blue, because it's not exactly navy, it's very timeless. It's just that back detail which has reference to trends.
Yeah, definitely. And then you can keep the jewelry quite simple, right, with that dress?
Yeah, you know, with that dress I'm gonna do link earrings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna show you actually what I'm gonna do. Just wait a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you the look.
These are some of the caps that Deni was talking about. Don't know if you can see them yet. Bloom. So these are really cool. I'm just waiting for her to come back.
Okay, so I got the accessories for the dress. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So we have for this dress, I'm gonna do gold sandals. So we'll do midnight blue and gold, and then I would just wear this sort of drop link earrings to kind of go with the back detail, and that's gonna be the look. So these are the accessories I would do for this dress.
And do you think you could wear that dress in the daytime?
Pardon?
Could you wear that dress in the daytime?
Yes, but my goal, if I dress down a piece like this for the day, will be to dress it down. So I might do trainers or more casual sandals, sunglasses, and maybe some sort of like crop jacket to dress it down. So the best dresses actually are the ones which you can dress up or down, and something which will take you from daytime to evening like in a second. This is the dress you should be trying to shop, rather than evening dresses which are very formal and then daytime dresses which are very casual.
Yeah, definitely.
Great, so I think we covered our last trend for today. Oh, I wanted to mention something else as the end. It's the nude shades. So this is an interesting look. It has been in for a while. It's nothing new again, but I just wanted to give a quick tip on how you can pick neutral shades which suit you. So normally you need to consider your complexion and whether you have warm or cool skin undertone. So that's the first starting point. Once you understand that, you always try to match the neutral color to your skin tone, but you need to go one shade or more darker than your skin tone. I wouldn't recommend going a lighter neutral, much lighter neutral shade to your skin tone, because sometimes this could wash you out. So step one is picking neutral which matches your complexion, whether it's warm, neutral or cool. And step two, pick the right shade which is just about, you know, similar or one idea darker or more, rather than going lighter. And in this way you will be safe that the color wouldn't wash you out. But a good style tip is, when you wear neutrals, try to introduce a color with your makeup or lips, like you're doing today. You're wearing red lips and beige, which looks very smart and elegant.
Thank you.
Great. Okay, so we covered trends today. Let me know in comments which one was your favorite trend. Are you gonna be covering trends this summer? And which ones are your favorites? I would love to know. These are some of the trends I will be covering this season. And for next week, what we should do next week? Quite a few people said that they want to see my capsule wardrobe, so I was thinking maybe I can show you the capsule wardrobe and give you tips how you can create your own one. But this type of video I think I will pre-record and upload on YouTube rather than doing it live, so I can try the outfits and show you how they look on the body. Actually next Saturday I'll be shopping, so probably I'll do live from the stores as we discussed. So I will show you what's new in store in London at 10:30 on Saturday, 12th of June. So make sure you tune in and join me because I'll be doing a live tour from the stores in London.
Sounds great.
Yes.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. And
thank you everyone, and I will see you next Saturday.
All right, great.